Flag number 2, how do they use their language? So for those of you that are out there on the dating scene, and probably some other ones too, you already know the difference. A beige flag is something that, say you're dating someone, and you kind of look at them and you go, I don't know about this, but it's not a deal breaker. That's a beige flag. It's something that maybe you don't love, but it isn't something that's like, nope, don't go forward. A red flag, as we all know, is something that says, do not go there, run, don't walk. And what I want to look at are some of the beige flags and red flags that can exist in leadership, because there's a lot. It's not a dating relationship, but it is a relationship. We're getting into communication to a certain degree here, right? Because empathy can connect to emotional intelligence skills, which then leads to understanding and connection. We're back into this big organizational idea of communication. This is someone that just has trouble communicating. Maybe they talk around the subject. Maybe they use a lot of jargon and think that it makes them sound smart. Maybe they're just really imprecise with what they have to say. I've had bosses like this in the past that they're just like, just go do that. And it's like, well, no, I need you to explain how to do that. Well, no, just go figure it out. They're using their language, but it's not really helping. It's not communicating. They're making noise. But if they're willing to say, like if I look at someone, I say, but I don't know how to do that. And they go, okay, well then let's back it up and let's try and figure it out. And they're actually using their language to communicate and not just throw things out there. That's a beige flag. Maybe it's not their strength, but they will get better at it if they try, if they work at it. Any of these flags, people can get better at them if they choose to work at them. A red flag would be someone that uses their language as a weapon. And you know the people I'm talking about. It could be the screamer, the yeller, the person that's demeaning. But it could also be the person that just buries you in a barrage of words without listening. And maybe they're not screaming and yelling. They're talking over the top of you. They're cutting you off. They don't want to hear you. They're making it very clear that you don't belong in this conversation. That's a red flag, because that means that they do use their words as a weapon, and that's a problem. And there's a lot of leaders who do that as well, because this is how we've always done it, and therefore this is how we're going to do it. Huge red flag there. We're doing it this way because this is how we've always done it, and an inability to change. That's something we have to be really careful of, because that's not going to get any better. And that's how you end up in an organization that is stagnant, is not moving forward, does not really have a future. Because we've already done it that way. It's time to move into the future, right?